right? So today is our session two in B2B Commerce Cloud. We have a speakers today. We have a speaker, Abdul Mullah, and he is one of the best B2B Commerce Cloud, including B2B and B2C Lightning. And he's one of the passionate Commerce Cloud architect and developer and an administrator as well. And he's working in TCS. And what I see so far in the community is one of the best in the Commerce Cloud space. I think I'll let Abdul to introduce himself, and then after that we can go to the next slides. Go ahead, Abdul.
Yeah, thank you, Fernando, for giving me this opportunity in your particular community group. First of all, a very good afternoon and good morning to everyone. I'm Abdul Mullah from Kolkata, working at TCS as a SFDC and SFCC technical lead. I have around 11 years of experience in this area. My passion, or you can say, happy to help the community people those who want to learn, and I'm also helping them to build their careers. So that's little bit about myself. Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you, Abdul. And today we have a session agenda. So our agenda two is like in B2B Commerce Cloud, especially, we just need to be set up the platform first. In order to set up the platform, so we just need to do some sort of admin configurations or enablement sessions. So as a part of this session too, we are going to explain the sharing settings of product and price book entries, how to set up the page layout for account contact your customers, your products and the price books or product groups and all the stuff. And after that, we're gonna showcase what kind of field level securities needs to be set up for different kind of an object model inside B2B Commerce Cloud. And we're going to talk about the commerce reports. What are all the out of the box commerce reports available in B2B Commerce Cloud? And after that, we can talk about accessing the users. Who are all the users that are accessing the Commerce Cloud? We can talk about a couple of use cases. What super admin do in the Commerce Cloud? What the external users do, especially the distributors or especially the buyers, what to do and how to give enablement of Commerce Cloud through permission sets to buyers, buyer managers, or the account switchers. And we can talk about some account switching capabilities as well, how to switch the accounts between both the personas and how to manage the platform as a super admin. And after that, we can talk about some security stuff. It's a multi-factor authentication, content delivery network, because your storefront is completely based on your commerce CMS page, right? And you want to make sure your CDN should be top notch. Your content delivery network should require some private domains to be uploaded as a best certificates. And after that, we can talk about some how to prevent the third-party attacks to your storefront. So we need to make sure our storefront is more secured in order to leverage for our different personas and never to be a trustworthy network. And we're going to talk about that. And all these 1, 2, 3, 4 points are hands-on, pure hands-on. So we're going to talk about, we'll not talk about most of the functionality, but we'll talk about most of the uh, setup with the hands-on, and Abdul will explain what are all the key topics will come to the exam. There is an accredited exam for all the partners who will take it, and Abdul will definitely help you out for how many number of questions will come from each and every topic. And we have a separate session for that as well in order to prepare the B2B Commerce Cloud exam. And without any delay, I think let's go to the next slides. And again, thank you for joining. And of course, it's a kind of a weekend for everyone. And I really appreciate all of you that take some time and take some spare time and then attending our session to learn something more. The most important, all through the session, mention us in your Twitch with the hashtag below, and with my hashtag @Argichatta, and with our speaker, the brilliant speaker today, Abdul Farouk _M, and put the Trailblazer community as a hashtag, and you can stand a chance to win a certification voucher. So probably could, I'll stay with for 20 seconds in the slide. So probably could note down and then you could put the complete images of our session. And if you have any questions to talk about it, or you want us to explain something more in detail on the B2B commerce side, or you have any open questions to talk to a B2B commerce product team or anything, you just mention us in Twitch and then write a question so that we can happy to help you out, and you could promote this session to the rest of the community folks so that they're aware of it, that what we are doing for community, right? So that's how it is. And coming to our next thing, we'll go directly to the demo and hands-on. But before that, we'll see what are all the basics to understand. As I've told earlier session, I would requested everyone to learn some trailhead module and help them to understand the basics of B2B Commerce Cloud. And these are all some of the trailhead modules which I'm going to send these links in a chat. Probably you could prepare these trial mixes, prepare these super badges to understand the platform and to give some sort of ideology and confidence towards to do some sort of implementations, right? So let's go and recap our session one, what we have done, right? So in session one, so especially what we have done is we have created our developer edition app, and we enable the experience cloud, and we enable commerce settings, enable order preferences, we enable and activate the CMS, and we went to the profile and we given a tab access for these 4 tabs. And after that, we given tab access for different objects inside Commerce Cloud, and we verified CMS as well, whether we have an access to verify the CMS as well, right? So this is our session one recap. And in our session two recap, you can see here, these are all the parts that we have done. We have activated developer edition, enabled the respective things, and these 4 and 5, 6 steps we have done. So now today our great speaker Abdul is going to talk about this sharing settings, how to configure sharing settings, how to provide default internal external access, probably read only for some certain objects. And after that, we can create some fields under these tables, and we can create these fields, and we can create some of the fields from page layout, and we'll update some fields to the page layout. We'll do some settings in the app builder, and we'll set up field level security and all the stuff. So I'll hand over the complete session to Abdul, and probably Abdul will walk you through on step-by-step process, and we'll wait for each and every step. Everyone should complete the exercise, and then just mention in the chat that we have done. If any questions you have, post a message in the chat, sir, we have something which we have not done this, so that we'll happy to help you and then go back and then trying to get it done. Okay, Abdul, I'll give you a host and probably.
Yeah, thank you, Fernando. Give me the host access, please.
Done. You can go ahead. You can share your screen and then again go
Yeah,
ahead.
sure. So first of all, what is our main target? Our target is we want to build a storefront, B2B Lightning storefront without using any coding. Can we build one storefront so that any particular user he or she can place an order? Answer is yes. So that's the entire things our target this session. So just like after completing all the B2B session, you should be able to build just like this storefront. Just for demo purpose, I have added some product, including all the prices, all the things. So from here, you can place an order, just showing one demo, the entire session. So from here, you can click on add to list, just like discount. And here you can click on add to cart. From here, you can place an order. So for doing this, you need some prerequisite configuration. So what you have to do, first of all, our target is we will create some custom field on the product object so that we can display the product configuration details, weight, height, whatever. It depends on your requirement. If you want to show some custom details or custom configuration related to your product details, you can show here. For doing this, what you have to do, just after creating one particular order, go to this particular order object. So I'm not going to discuss related to data model. So in the next session, I'll discuss all the things related to object and all the data model. I'll show you. So for the product, because our target is we want to show some product details. So go to product. And in the presentation doc, think already Fernando already mentioned all the related to custom fields. Just check weight, height, depth, weight, and delimiter, and additional details. So I'm showing you only one fields here. Go to field and relationship.
So team, you can go to the product object and then you can just check
Yes.
it out in the fields and relationships.
Yeah. Just like this one, I have created one custom fields on the order object. And make sure at the time of creating any custom field, you have to choose a customer community plus user license. It's a mandatory, it's a basic things.
So just let me know once you created the custom field called height under product
Yeah.
object. You just explain, Abdul, with what kind of data type, what is the type and all the details.
It depends on your requirements. Just you can text data type is enough. So I'm showing you just creating one field, just like I'm taking one text field. And in this section, make sure please choose customer community plus user. You have to choose that. Is a basic license required. And just finish it. So similar way, just create 4 to 5 fields according to your requirements. And next, what I have to do? Next step is you have to check the system administrator permission. Whatever field custom field you have created just now, you have to check. So go to system administrator profile. Click on the profile. Make sure all the users, all the custom field, whatever you create, it has a system admin profile access. Next thing, first of all, you have to enable the digital experience. So click here for digital experience. Just similar way I have created one custom domain. Correct. You can create here. And only these things, first and last name field, it should be checked. At least this one. And another setting is commerce setting. You have to check this. And after checking this, please wait, maybe take 5 to 10 minutes. So after that, you will get the digital experience settings. So after creating a custom domain, you have to check some order settings. Click on it. Basic things, you have to check on this enable order and enable enhance commerce order and price book order. This is mandatory. After that, as per your requirement, you can enable or disable as per your requirements. These are basic things. Next step is you have to enable and active the CMS. To active the CMS, go to this particular profile. Go to system admin. System admin. And just click on edit. Here, only this thing, Salesforce CMS should be checked. Otherwise, you will not get the CMS functionality. So this is the basic step. You have to check this. And excuse me. And finally, you have to show the 4 tabs for related to CMS. Go to tab setting. At least these 4: CMS channel, CMS experience, CMS home, and CMS workspace have to default on. And rest of the tab, as per your requirement, you can show and hide also. And after completing this step, you have to check till now you have configured properly or not. How you will check this? So in your org, go to App Launcher. Go to the App Launcher. Go to the App Launcher and search here, search for CMS. Click on it. And in this section, if you click on this icon, then 4 tabs. Just check. I have enabled 4 tabs here. CMS home, channel experience is visible here. Next. Next option is some sharing settings.
Just Abdul, just check if anyone is on the waiting period in the Zoom.
Sure.
Is anyone is waiting outside?
No. Already I
Okay,
have
go ahead.
admitted one.
Okay. Team, if anyone has any questions, you could put it in the chat so that we'll happy to help you out. Okay.
Yeah, end of the session, we'll discuss related to question and queries.
Okay, great.
Click on sharing settings.
So hope we created all the fields in the product and price books, right?
No, it's not related to price book. So it's a pre-configuration.
Okay, good, good.
Okay.
Great.
So at the time of uploading a bulk product, at that time we need some custom field for uploading a particular product. At that time, we'll create one external ID into product, price book, and price book entries also. So I'm going step by step process. So click on edit button. Here only 3 objects you have to give some default internal access as public read only. Another is catalog. Just check. In the catalog, I have given the public read only. Next, electronic media group. Second, third, order delivery method. And check product also. This is the basic access net. Have to give the public read only access. Only for catalog, electronic media group, and order delivery method. And product media, your enterprise work, you will get this. So sharing setting also done. Next, you have to add some product layout option. So I'm doing some additional settings of product detail section. Anindra, just continue with description, some background or some background noise. Just I'm muting this. So please describe. I'm showing entire details. Okay,
Definitely.
Anindra?
Yep.
Because some background noise is coming from my side, so there is no option. So it's better I am showing and just please describe.
Yeah, definitely. You can go on a mute and then I can happy to run through this. Yeah. So all the team members, let's go to the product and click on the page layout. Click on the product page layout. So here, this really helpful for us to set up the products, right? So some of the fields that what we have created, we're just aligning the layout here. Initially, we created our field, right? The product class, the product SKU, right? You just drag and drop the product SKU, and you can drag and drop the product name. You see the values at what we are talking about in the e-commerce portal. So this is how the customers can see the product details, the SKU detail, right? And you see the price, the quantity, right? So you have to choose the SKU once you drag and drop the SKU, and then just check the setup what you're doing currently. There is a height, width, depth, a diameter, and all the stuff, right? So drag and drop all those fields, and then go to the related list. Under the related list, so there are categories. Product categories are really important to manage the category of the products, because there are some category of the product which comes under apparel, which comes under distributor, which comes under different product categories, right? So you have to manage and drag and drop the related list of product categories called categories, and drag and drop the entitlement policies as well.
Yeah,
Because
Farindra, thank you
yeah,
for helping me. So basically, in the related list, you have to add the categories. So what is categories, catalog? So next session we'll discuss it. These are pre-configured. And commerce entitlement policies. So why we are adding commerce entitlement policy? So just think, what is the difference between B2B and B2C? Only one difference is, in the B2C, we cannot entitlement a particular product. But in B2B, we have the entitlement features. For this purpose, we are adding some related list entitlement policy. So next session onward, definitely will show how to set entitlement policies on a particular product or group of product or a particular buyer group. Suppose we have two buyer groups. One is India and another is Singapore. You have some multiple products. You are going to give some offers to the particular group. It may be a Singapore buyer group, or it may be an India buyer group. So that's the purpose of these things, commerce entitlement policies. So I'll show you in the practical in the next session. So after configuring all the things, just click on save. And finally, I would like to add one thing related to product SKU is out of the box. We did not create any product SKU. Is just like product code, product SKU, all other default. Whatever we have created the field like height, width, depth, weight, and delimiters and additional details. So next. So after configuring this, if you click on the particular product, search your particular product, click on any product. I'm showing you the deleted list section because just now we have added some additional details as per the requirement. You can show and hide all the things and click on related list. So in the related list, just categories and entitlement policies. And similar way, you have to fix the layout. Another object also, order delivery group summary page layout. You have to configure something. So click on next object is. So first object is order object. Next object is order summary. Click on the order summary object. Go to page layout. Click on it. I have removed all the actions. This is a cancel order, is a custom order. I'll show you. There is only left the state or a reorder. Except these things, all the actions I have removed from here. So after placing an order, if any customer he want to reorder this product again, he can reorder this product. If I'm showing you the reorder option, click here to checkout. It may take some time. So from there, you can enter anything. If you have some delivery instruction, whatever, click on next. All is out of the box functionality. There is no custom coding. Only custom coding is I have implemented some third-party payment gateway. Those things I will show you at the end of the session. So if you enter some demo order in the submit payment, just click on it. Your order is completed. If you want to click on my order, is on. You can click start a reorder. All the functionality is out of the box functionality. There is no custom code except payment gateway and cancel order. And if you check the order summary details, this one you have just now place an order. It should be look like this one. You can cancel it. Is the customization. There is no out of the box functionality for canceling particular order. So I'll show you how I've implemented the cancel order functionality. So similar way, another object, you have to set some layout. Order. Delivery group summary layout. Click on related list. Product summary. If you want to add something, you can add here. Just check this particular field and click on it. Only for displaying the product name, all the things. This is a related layout. And another things, you have to configure some account layout also. Click on page layout, go to account layout. Click on related list. This is the contact point address. This related list you have to add. And community member. So if you click on any particular account, just check. In the contact point address, just click on new. There's two types of address type. One is shipping, another one is billing. Similar to it, you have to add the contact partners for delivering a particular product. So mailing address and the main shipping address. And some community member users you can add here. There's a page layout section, all the things. Next step is you have to create a particular account similar to that. Just like I have created India KDG group and Europe KDG group. As per your requirement, you can add your particular account. Only one things I have added here for buyer account information. So if you click on the edit page, Anindra, please continue for this describing the things. Some background noise is coming.
Come again, Abdul, you're saying something?
Yeah, no, I thought some background noise separating this way.
No,
So it's a roadside area, right? So I have no control on it.
okay, okay.
So somehow you have to manage.
Got it.
Just search here. Buyer account. This buyer account I have added the end of this section. This one. This buyer account information. Have to add it. So after saving this, Go to the details section and you will get the buyer information. I think I have added it in the related list section. All the buyer information you will get from here. Next step is we have to create some external ID. You can say why we'll create an external ID, though some default external ID already present. So if you click on product, go to product, click on field relation. Just check. Though we have present external ID. So why I'm saying you have to create one external ID only for loading the bulk product price book at a time. We'll use some data loader at a time. We can upload bulk product only for the mapping purpose. You have to create external ID. Similarly, just in the external ID I have created in the product object, same way. You have to create this external ID field, the price book object. Click on price book object. Go to field and relationship. I have created one external ID only for loading the product. It's not the recommended, it's not mandatory, it's a recommended. You can create for loading bulk product and price book also. If you want to show some demo to the particular client only for showing 2 to 3 products, then don't take to create this external ID. If your target is you can upload 1,000 product, 2,000 product at a time, then it's a very good sell part. And similar way, the price book entry object, you have to create one external ID. Click on price book entry. And same way I have created here one external ID. Next, after creating the custom fields, just like external whatever we have created, next thing is you have to create one permission set. One is for user, one is for buyer manager. Go to permission set. Click on permission set. Just click on new. Initially, don't clone it from any other permission set. This is our custom B2B Commerce Super User, Commerce User, account feature is out of the box. So I'm showing here only one B2B Commerce User. And license is a customer community plus license. In this section, what is the next step? Click on the object settings. In this particular object settings, you have to give some read access to a particular object. First, the account object. Just check I have given the read access. Next object is buyer accounts. You have to give the read access. Next, your catalog. You have to give the read access. Same way, you have to give some access to electronic media group. And total, I think 15, you have to give the read access. Its locations, order delivery methods, order summaries, price book, products, product category products, product media, store and store catalog. This you have to give the read access. And some few objects, only 4 objects you have to give both access. Just check. In the cards object, I have given read, create, edit, and delete. And contact point address. Shipping and billing address. Another one is order. Order subject. This one. Another object is wish list. You have to give the access for both. Good access is needed. In same way, contact point address is applicable. After that, click on permission set overview. Click on system permission. Two to three things you have to check. It should appear B2B commerce user, not super user. Though we are using developer, free developer edition, you may not be get the exact B2B commerce user. So only for our POC purpose, you can check it. So this checkbox I have checked, is checked, and another thing is related to flow, run flow. The 3 checkbox you have to check this. Next, another permission set you have to create. Permission set for super user. You can say buyer manager. You have to clone from the B2B commerce user. And you have to give some additional access. So let me open this. Prepare system permission. In this section, just check B2B Commerce Cloud user. You have to check this and run flow. Just click on, after completing this step, click on permission set overview. Another thing is go to app section. From here, you have to give the administrative access. This one, delegated external user administrator. Because this permission set only for buyer manager, not for the normal user, end user. Next topic is account feature. Click on permission set. Similarly, you have to create another permission set for account feature user. And after creating this, click on system permission. Only this one you can check this. Account feature user permission, you have to check. Nothing else. And if you want to enable multi-currency, you can also enable. Go to company. Go to company information. Is a currency setup. Already I have enabled it. The currency setup, you can add your currency as per your requirements. So similar way, you can create your currency and revenue conversion rate. Also, you can assign it. The last step, commerce app report. Click on field accessibility. Shows your order object. Click on it. Click on view by fields. Choose here sales store. And from here, system admin, you have to check. You have to click on check. Only this one. And just after that, save it. After completing this step, go to your app launcher. Search here as a commerce. Click on it. Exact similar look and feel certificate. Home, store, workspace, pricing, catalog, price adjustment schedule, account contact, entitlement policy, buyer group, report orders, all the things. So last step. Click on Commerce Setup for installing the reports. So out of the report, you have to click on install. So I already have installed it. That's why the button is visible. So first time you have to install the 3 reports. Over to you, Phanindra, is the end. Whatever I have seen, the prerequisites are mandatory. You have to configure this.
Great, great, Abdul. Thank you for the valuable time, and it's a splendid explanation as well. I think after this session, team, I'm gonna share the same whatever Abdul has showcased. We can share you in the separate document on step-by-step process, how to set up sharing settings, object layouts, page layouts, and installations of commerce reports or permission set creation, access levels, and all this stuff. So don't worry about it. We can definitely share you the documents. I'll send you an email, the joiners who have joined the session, and I'll take the screen. So we'll go to this. Maybe the questions, some of the questions asked by the participants, Abdul, and I already have replied to those questions. You can check it out if anything that needs to be
Yeah, yes,
replied.
sir. Just let me check one by one.
Yeah.
Yes, first question is why are you creating a custom external ID fields when there is a standard field for it? Yeah, a specific reason is because our target is not only 1 or 2 or 3 product. Our target is loading the product bulk 1000, 2000. Manually, we want to prepare one CSV file and we'll manually map only for loading the product price book and price book entry. That's the purpose. If you don't want to include any external ID, it's fine, no issue. You can add a particular product from a UI without using any custom external ID. It's not mandatory, it's recommended. If you want to go with that, then it would be easier. Next question is, Yes, of course. Another external ID field is help you when we integrate to third parties definitely. So because Salesforce CMS, if you want to upload one particular product from third party, how you upload it? For that purpose, can use it. I will show you how to prepare a particular JSON file for uploading a particular product. I will show you the JSON structure on the third party.
Yeah, I replied most of the questions, Abdul.
Yes.
So can you give me the host back so that I'll share my screen and then I'll
Yeah,
come.
yeah, yeah, yes, sure. What is that option? Fernando, could you please help me?
Yeah, just click on more and then there is an option make host. Clicked on my name. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll share my screen
yes.
and I'll go through the presentation that what we have learned so far. Okay. So we have learned so far, team. We configured the sharing settings initially and provided internal and external access to some of the tables and the public read only for some of the objects as well. And after that, we created fields for corresponding objects for the product object, and then we updated the page load for the fields. We add some app builder settings for buyer account component, and we enable some fee level security for price book and entry, and we enable some permission sets with the level of accessing permissions. And after that, we given some commerce reports permissions as well, and then we finalize completely complete the commerce setup. So as a part of this process, you see here, we done the configure sharing settings, product and update page layouts, and we have done some added some related list for product order summaries and product categories and the account page layout. And we went to the app builder settings, added the buyer account component, and we did some fee level security for price books and price book entry, and permission sets for buyer manager and account switcher. And we completely done the commerce setup for initial navigational things that we need to do. And now finally, when you look at this commerce reports, right, you enable the commerce reports as well, and you install all the commerce report as Abdul has showcased, right? Now we can talk about once we done the setup. So there are things which we need to go and then set it up before we create the commerce storefront. So in order to do that, right, whenever we implemented any e-commerce websites, it's not only for the B2B Commerce Cloud called a storefront, or any other B2C storefront site genesis, or any other e-commerce, Odoo platforms or WordPress platforms or Drupal or any other site core. So any, right, how the hackers do, they'll send some sort of session IDs to the respective your storefronts, and then they'll collect some customers information, especially on the credit card, saved credit card information, or else they'll collect some PI data as well. In order to not to make it of your site more publicly visible, so you have to be added some certain attributes in the session settings. So how it works is in any of the, not only for Commerce Cloud, in any of the Salesforce Experience Cloud sites, what you have to do is you have to prevent the third-party attacks while configuring some of the settings. You have to go to the Commerce Cloud. Let's go to the session settings. In the session settings, you have an option called require HTTP only attribute. So just enable this option under session settings, so that it will give you an option for anyone. Normally, hackers leverage their own Ubuntu platform, their own different domains to talk to your websites. That's done through some CDN. So if you enable this, there is no chances that hackers can go onto your site and then go and then check it out what kind of cards, what kind of PII data. So always enable this require HTTP only attribute, and then you can click on save. Okay. So this way you could manage your site very securely and not to prevent any third-party attacks. Okay. After that, CDN setup. Everybody asked me a question saying that uh, everyone asked me a question saying that funny, why we required a CDN setup, so content delivery network. You know, right, team, your entire experience cloud sites, it's a full of content, right? Full of content. And your experience cloud, your internal B2B buyers will logging into your portal and then they'll place an order. They look at your product details. They look at your product groups, product categories, and relevant content level stuff, right? So every time when you access the content should be more secureable and it should be very proactive or protective with the HTTPS attributes, right? In order to do that, normally what you have to do is you have to create a you have to set up a CDN, because in the developer edition we can't able to set up the CDN. It's only available for a more than developer edition, like enterprise edition, unlimited edition. So those kind of editions, CDN will be able to set up. If you go to the domains, I don't have an access to set up multiple domains because it's a developer edition. So Salesforce will not spend your time to create an edition for you, because when you create and add a domain and you could add a CNAME certificate, I can showcase that how it works normally. So when you add a domain, right, so it'll ask you the domain name and it'll ask you what kind of options you have. You have multiple options under HTTPS. So there are options which only Salesforce serves the domain over HTTPS using your own CDN network. If you want to manage your own CDN network, you have to add the respective domain with the CNAME record. Hope everybody know that CNAME record is the record which has the trusted certificate which own the company policies. That certificate you have to upload. Once you have done the change, once you upload and create a domain with the CDM certificate, it will take a 4 to 12 hours of time. And this is the Salesforce will take care of this. Salesforce will, a request will be creating internal Salesforce network team. They'll take a 4 to 12 hours of time to activate your CDN with the respective HTTP, with the respective header called HTTP headers with the CDN partners. Because now you're partnering with Salesforce. Now your entire network will be taken care by Salesforce for the entire content delivery, right? So see here, some of the orgs are production orgs, you can only available for these to manage. So normally, as a best practice, everybody can do this activity in the production rather than do it in the sandboxes or anywhere, because Salesforce can't spend so much of time on this. But if you have full copy sandbox or production, you can recommend to do it in both the orgs and then test it out before you go on live. So once you activate your domain, it will take another 5 to 10 minutes to be available in the sites. When you click on the site.com, something your maybe your store.korea.com, store.france.com. So automatically that store.korea.com is the domain that what you activated using the Salesforce servers. This is the process of you can create a CDN and it can be available only for the enterprise and unlimited editions. It will not be available for developer editions, unfortunately. Okay. So this is one of the security element that would require to be enabled for every digital experience site, so that it will be make sense for everyone to understand the site traffic and understand your. It will help you for analytics as well. It will help you for your site traffic, your clicks, your customer growth, customer counts, accessing the sites, and all the details. Right. So once you've done the CDN, so the next topic we have is the multi-factor authentication. So everyone knows that how to create a multi-factor authentication. And by February 1st, if you're logging into Salesforce, it's a mandatory. You have to go with the MFA. Everyone knows that. So request our users also dedicate this and then perform a rollout on the MFA. It's simple. You can create a new permission set and then you can choose the licenses whom you want to roll out this MFA. And then under system permissions, choose the multi-factor authentication for user interface and click on save. Once you perform this activity, okay, you have to assign this permission set to the users that whom you want to enable MFA. So simple, right? After that, whenever user first time logging into Salesforce, something like this, it will prompt a message, something like this, connect Salesforce Authenticator. Please download Salesforce Authenticator app from the App Store or iStore and then ready to authenticate. And then going forward, when you're logging into the Salesforce, it will ask you a push notification to your Salesforce Authenticator app, and then automatically you can log into Salesforce, right? So like this, you could manage, and then see here, once you've done this, once you log in, it'll ask you a push notification, and then automatically you can click on approve every time when the notification comes. That's it. Your MFA is set up. So pretty much these are all the ways that the securable elements of Salesforce to manage your store very securely. And at the same time, your super admins or any other people logging into the Salesforce B2B platform to have a multi-factor authentication for your security protocols and vulnerability testing, I would recommend to do or perform these activities as a part of security. Okay. Any questions? You can put some questions in the chat as well. If you're not understanding on the security things, I'll happy to help you out as well. If no questions, we'll go to the rest of the sessions. We have rest of the sessions. Our session 3 is on the next Saturday. Especially we're going to talk about store, how we can create a storefront. Now we completed the configuration of B2B Commerce Cloud. Now we will talk about how we can create a store, how we can create an e-commerce website for our B2B customers, and how we can activate that B2B storefront, nothing but e-commerce site, and how we could manage promotions, how we could display the products, price books, product categories with respect to different country people, and how to manage the content and how to perform the checkouts as well. We can display some checkout flows and all the stuff. And session 4, we have development activities called different checkout flows and product flows and many flows that we can talk about on the development side. And the next session would be the final one, which talk about REST API and OMS integration with Salesforce. And we can talk about some real-time use case integrations with SAP, NetSuite, and other e-commerce, other financial systems. I think let's see if anyone has any questions. If MFA is not done completed by Feb 1, is there any issues will come? You will be breaching contractual agreement with Salesforce, absolutely. So that's what they recommended. I don't think so you'll be able to log into Salesforce because you see, right? Last 6 months onwards, Salesforce is strictly recommending everyone to go and then enable MFA. But if you still not be able to activate, it's a contractual agreement. Along with you don't have an option to logging into Salesforce without this. Either your session will be logged out automatically, or else you have to be proactively register MFA and then logging into Salesforce. So these are some of the sessions, and if anyone wants to join our Salesforce Singapore Marketers group, this is a group URL which I already posted in the chat. So please feel free to join, and then you can learn so many things in the group. We have plenty of sessions in 2022. We have a B2B Commerce Cloud series on the Jan and Feb. We have a CDP series going next. We have done some integration with B2C Commerce Cloud, with B2C Commerce Cloud and the Sales Service Cloud, Interaction Studio. Everything will come under CDP. And after that, we'll talk about some cross cloud integrations with series, AWS, Google Cloud, Snowflake, RPA, marketing tools, and all the stuff. And after that, we'll start some Velocity Industry series as well. So this is a high level that we would like to deliver a high level educational material to Trailblazer community team. So always give back something to the team so that I feel everybody should learn something and then come up and give some certification exams and then upskill yourself and then give some great career to yourself as well. So that's it from today's session, team. I'll share all the material along with the series of steps we have, and I'll share it with you at the end of the day, probably sometime today. Let's see if anyone has any questions. Will this apply to a system user which we use for integration and deployment? See, I mean, it's something to Salesforce recommending for everyone, and it could enable permission sets. I believe what you can do is, as a best practice for system admin, still you can manage everything as a super admin. I don't think so you required MFA for this, and I don't have a pretty complete understanding on exactly what they'll do in terms of after MFA what will happen. So I think Madhukar replied, you will not be logged out automatically and Salesforce will not stop allowing you to log in. Yeah, I think what Madhukar replied. So Salesforce will not allow to automatically log out. Maybe I'm not sure what exactly happens, but as a super admin, you don't require MFA for sure. I heard something in the back end of my career where super admin doesn't require any MFA or something, because he is the user who manages everything, right? Let's imagine a company have a one super admin with system admin. Rest of the users don't have an access to system admin. If some suppose system admin forgot his maybe he unfortunately deleted the authenticator app, and primarily there's no way that he can log into Salesforce, right? Until unless he'll again, when he's trying to log in with Trailhead with the same account to raise a ticket, and then everything is accessible to that super admin. Maybe I believe the super admin doesn't require MFA access. Maybe rest of the users needs an MFA access based on the security protocol within the company and the compliance system. Let's see how it happens in the coming days. No, API, definitely no. The API, it doesn't affect API. API is completely safe and secure team. You don't require to perform anything on the API side. For API user, don't apply MFA, and it runs as usually, and never ever apply MFA for API users, please. It will completely block everything, because API user require high assurance setting at session level, and don't do that. If you do that, it will break entire your API stuff. Never ever touch super admin and API for enabling MFA. That's my advice. Rest all, it's up to you. Hope you got it. The answers right, team. Great. So I'll stop share and then I'll stop recording as well.